Okay. Nice stream. So, you've been out of the stream scene for a while now.
Yep.
Do you remember what was the last question of the week that you did by any chance?
No.
I think the last one you did, and this might sound familiar, do you think like card games, for example, should be turned into video games? I think it was the last one you did.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
So you have one, two. So there's 3 questions that I haven't done in a stream, and there's 3 questions that I have since you haven't been in a stream for a while. So while we wait for this, we're going to go over these questions real quick.
Okay.
So 213 was the last question, and it says this week's question is, what is your personal opinion on collector's editions of a game coming without the game or just digital versions with a steelbook?
I think that's kind of dumb. Because, like, especially if you're getting the steelbook, why would you not also get the disc?
And I mean, I did this question because of the whole collector's edition of Horizon Zero Dawn, which I think if you're getting a steelbook, you should get the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that the Horizon Dawn case has 2 slots, and the collector's edition came with a digital version of the PS4 and PS5. Why can't you just put both games in it?
Right?
You're paying the $200 for that, so I don't know. I mean, I'll make it but the reason why that bothers me most is because if you're targeting it for one console, why can't you do that? It's a PlayStation exclusive, so why couldn't you just put the discs in there? I mean, yeah, Mirror's Edge came without the game, but that wasn't marketed towards a single console, which kind of makes sense. So after that, for 222, it's the question was a bit late. So question is, what is your favorite video game movie?
What video game movies have I watched?
You've seen Silent Hill. You've seen Uncharted. That's all I know.
Sonic.
Oh yeah, Sonic. I forgot about that. I wasn't sure if you saw that.
Yeah.
You saw 2 with me. Those are the only 2 I remember.
I feel like that's about it. So, I don't know. Definitely wasn't Silent Hill. I'm sorry, that movie is not my taste. I guess it's between Uncharted and Sonic. I kind of think I'm gonna have to go with Uncharted. Because Sonic was good fun, but I don't know. There was a lot of humor in it that I was like, okay, I get it, but I'm not laughing.
My thing, I mean, yeah, the Silent Hill second movie was, the whole flesh eating isn't something in Silent Hill, but
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
but mine were the Silent Hill movies because it's just a game I've always been. And then after that, So, what is your favorite game-related anime or TV show?
I haven't watched any. um, Actually, a good question. Have I watched any? What even TV shows and anime are there based on video games?
It's more anime than I realized, because there's Senran Kagura.
Never saw it.
Persona, Akaba's Beat. Those are there's Arcane, Cuphead.
Haven't watched any of those. I haven't even watched the Persona one.
And mine was Senran Kagura, because... Okay, 3 questions that haven't been asked, because I haven't done streams for them yet. So... What game or games would you like to see a remaster for? Mine is the first game, the first Dot Hack series, because we're supposed to get that, but we got GU, and I still haven't seen anything about the Dot Hack series.
I don't know. Game would I want to see a remaster of? Huh. I don't know, honestly. I think at this point, I don't know. Like, the only thing that's coming to mind is like an actual complete version of Crash Twinsanity.
Okay.
Because that game was... It had a good concept, but it was just... It was unfinished.
And then for last week's question, what is one game you like to play to chill out and relax?
Chill out and relax. What was the question again?
What is one game you like to play and chill out and relax to?
I feel like No Man's Sky is very relaxing.
To be honest, I can't really think of a game.
I don't really play a game specifically to just relax.
I do. I play a lot, but I would have. I guess Hot Wheels is a relaxing game for me, but I rarely play it. I mean, Sims is also a good one.
Yeah, normally when I play a game, it's because I want to play that particular game, or I have, a goal in that game. That kind of thing. It's not just because, oh, this is a chill game.
And then last, and this week's question is, what genre of games got you really into gaming? Mine is horror survival.
say it's debatable between platformers or RPGs. Because I can't decide, or I can't really remember if it was more Crash or more Kingdom Hearts that really got me into playing other games.
So, since I have like a minute left before my shop rotates, do you have any of the new DLC?
I own it, but I forgot to hit the buttons to put it in the game.
Okay, because
I have some of them, but
not what dropped today.
no, not what dropped.
I would just recommend grabbing the 3 cars.
For some reason, it's surprising to me that SpongeBob season is still going on.
And still, the car I need is not in the shop. Okay. Also, multiplayer.
Probably mom putting a Coke in the freezer.
Oh. I believe there's 10 cars.
Sounds right.
And that free one. Also, all my cars have decals since decals are working again.
Nice.
So after we review these cars, I have a new favorite car. And I'll tell you my new favorite car once we get to it. Also, I'm working again. Also, GTA 5 for the PlayStation 5. It is free. Online is free. Story is on sale for $10. And if you don't get it while it's free, it's going to be $20 for online, and I believe 30 to 40 for the story. And then April they'll be releasing a physical copy. I don't remember the exact things off the top of my head, so. Or online's going to be 15 and the story is 20. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head. I read it. All I know is it's free till June 14th. I have to look at that again. Do I need to send you an invite again?
No, I'm loading in right now.
Oh.
It's just taking a while because I have to load the game as a whole, and there I am.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's the first new one?
The first new one should be the Stingray.
Really didn't put them in any kind of order, did they?
They'll be at the end of the list unless you have them marked as favorites.
They're absolutely not at the end of the list.
Oh, mine
Stingray is
were.
right next to Beach Bomb.
Yeah. So as long as they're not favorited, then your list will look normal.
Nothing is favorited on my list, dude.
So I have some favorite tracks picked out. So we'll start with this one. This is going to be a review on the cars and the booster slam module. And then I grabbed some tracks with the Gorilla Garage, so. Damn it. I'm like, what? If you make it. Also, if you reset with the gold boost, you don't lose it. Just so smooth at drifting. That's the only bad thing about trying to aim for that. You have to like pre-predict. Or you're gonna hit the backboard and just go fly. I know it's a long track, but the boost module just makes this go by faster. So another way, that's why I like this track for the boost line, because it gives you a good feel for it. Did you pass? No. So since this ends in about a few seconds. Boost module, I like. I like that this, infinite boost for a certain amount of time. And Stingray with it, legendary. It's smooth and fast. It actually handles very well. Next one should be the Power Rager. It's mixed in with the Accelerator cars. Right after Diora 2, before Synchro. I was actually disappointed with this car. What's your opinions on the boost module and
I think it's pretty neat. And I liked the car. I only had it at common, but it felt good.
So this has a booster slam module and the dyno bolt. I actually don't remember the decal I grabbed for the... I think I saw something that I liked. The only ones I don't have, not have decals for are all the Accelerator cars. Also don't know who Lexi Bunny is, but it's the only thing that I liked for the Corvette. Oh shit. I got bolted. Oh shit. I did not test any of these tracks, I just grabbed them. I did test the last one we did. I didn't test this one. Oh, everyone likes to make long tracks. I think this one should only be 2 minutes from right each lap. I think they thought the magnet strips were boost strips, but they're not. Not everyone's the smartest.
I mean, they're racing it to race strips. So,
That's true.
I don't think
So a little history about this car. This is one of Burt Wheeler's cars. The one that drove, if you've seen the series, that also drove the Diora 2. This is actually the car he got after the Diora 2, and drove this straight into the side of the, oh, okay, he didn't drive it straight into the side of the mountain, he was on the water track, and people were figuring out, like, what to do in the realms, and because he decided not to listen and drifted too hard, he flipped the car off the side of the track and blew it up in the side of the mountain. Oh, the car has a emergency button that lets you teleport out before explosions or shit happens to the car. Okay, well, yeah, they did. Accelerators was really dark compared to World Race. One of the cool characters actually ended up dead and turned into a robot and then murdered at the end of the series. There was supposed to be more movies, but Sony bought it out, and that's why there was the series never concluded properly. I just find it weird that, you know, Sony bought the series where they didn't keep it going. And I just think if they could have kept it going, could have got a bit darker.
Yeah,
I'm pretty.
that
Oh, I could have had a. I mean, I wish they. I mean, with Sony picking up the IP, they could have turned it into a badass video game. I mean, there's a video game project going on for it anyways. That's free to download.
official or fan made.
This is Mattel Dream. No, Chun-Li. Chun-Li's next. Between Cheetah and Deathstroke. I have nothing good to say about these. The last car, it felt like a very bad baseline. That's literally what it felt like to me. Oh. Alright, so this one we had the Gorilla Garage module. And Chun-Li's not that good of a car, just gonna say that right now.
I mean, have any of the Street Fighter cars been good?
Actually, shockingly, yes. Vega's only common, but he's actually... Vega is actually fairly decent. Everyone was hoping this was gonna beat Superman. I was like, when has a Street Fighter car been good enough like that? There is one car that I have used. And I have beat Superman times with it. So I'm happy that Superman's not the top time on that track anymore. I will bring that up when we get to it. Because the drift on that is so smooth. Has good speed. It makes the Jesco look like trash. Yeah, well, I don't know how many boosts you have. I have pips. Oh, I barely made it through that. Oh god, this thing I hate so much. I hate the Batman. I have nothing wrong with it. I'm just not a fan of the Joker thing. Well, at least it's a point to point.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you feel about the Joker thing, but what's more annoying, the spider or the Joker? I think the only good module that they've had so far is literally the booster slam. Oh. Okay. So even though there is 2 boosts, you don't have to boost to the finish line. I'm gonna say this Gorilla Slam is really easy to predict. Everything's not a winner though. And Chun-Li's alright. I mean, it's better than Blanca and Bison. But, you know, it's not an amazing car. But, yeah, her Legendary, it's only 3 speed, 3 braking power, 4 acceleration, 5 handling, and 5 boost pips. Now the Metallic Dream Amelia is free. I have it at Legendary, which is 2 speed, 6 braking power, 4 acceleration, 4 handling, and 5 boost pips. This is going to be between M. Bison and the hot seat. Yeah, so I tried this. I have nothing good to say about it. But I mean, it is a free car, so what do you expect? Okay. So this has a rolling boulder module and a Gorilla Garage module. It's a circuit. There's only 2 modules. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a way that you could combine the Gorilla module with something to be. But, I mean, I guess, it is just the 2 of us. I'm pretty sure in like a full race it's tricky, but. So mine, I found this Vault-Tec decal, so thought it worked well for this car. History for this car is this is actually a car they made before HotWheels came out. Before the HotWheels IP was made. In like the 50s, I think. 50s or 60s, I don't remember exactly. I'm just getting this bit of information from the DLC that in the DLC section. Some of it's interesting, some of it's not. I thought it was interesting for this car and the accelerators. I might be right on the rest of that information about it being... I don't know what happened to it, but I could be wrong. Like I said, I watched this when I still did my other job and before I went to work, so. And I think this was still fairly new, the game was fairly new, so. Decided to watch the World Race and Excel Racers again just because why the hell not? And next DLC we finally get a Metal Maniacs car. Server connection interrupted. Fun. It's not that big of a deal. It's a fun car. I wouldn't say it's something I would use. So once you finish your race, let me know, and then I'll invite you.
Yeah, I'm out.
What do you think of the car?
Alright.
It's a fun little... I mean, if you did a race with it, it's not top tier.
Just
Yes, let me redo that, because the lobby glitched out on me.
okay. I did it.
Did what? Finally got it?
Diora.
I still need my fucking bug. It pisses me off that it hasn't shown up yet. It's the only reason why I still have 2,000 coins.
Yeah, that's the only reason I kept doing this round was to pick up the damn Diora when it popped up. Now it has.
Well, now you have another card to do. Oh, that Dior's... Now, I'm amazed Mr. Bo hasn't done a video on these cars yet. So I'm just going to give the stats. Everyone else in my stream. So, for the car that beats Superman and is my new favorite car, its speed is 6. Braking power 5, acceleration 6, handling 6. Boost is 3 pips. I believe I sent you an invite, if not...
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you'll... So, I don't know if you want to do the same car I'm doing, or if you want to do the Dior first.
I'll stick with the same car that you're doing, and then
Okay.
I'll go back to Diora later.
So, this is the McLaren Senna. This car beat the Superman time. And this car is top tier. You know what? No, I can't do this on a pre-made track. We're gonna do this on Crossroads because this car is just incredible. So I'm not gonna do a custom track for this one. Especially since this is gonna be Silver's first time using it. I know he's using it as a common, but as a legendary, if you have the gears, I recommend making this legendary.
Alright.
Because you're just gonna see me fly. So my time with Superman on this track was 34:109. With the McLaren Senna, it was 33:111. So literally almost a second faster than Superman I did with this car. You see why I like the McLaren Senna and why it's my new favorite car? It's top tier to me. Next is Vega, and I feel like this is a decent Street Fighter car. It actually feels like a normal car. I was also impressed on how well it did as a common, because it was like maybe 10, like it was 110. Its time, if I compared it to Superman, was 34:116 as a common, so that's impressive. So if it did that, I think that's impressive for something that has a boost bar. And I almost beat it with the Corvette, but the Corvette was 107 instead of 106. 34:107. That's how close I was to beating Superman with the Corvette. And I was like, you know what? Let's give it a try with the McLaren. And I was just like, yeah, McLaren, let's go. Oh, I tried to drift too early. But Vega has a really clean drift. So, I feel like Vega's a decent car. Probably one of the better Street Fighter cars out there. That is true, but oh my. Yeah, there's not much competition, but I do like the way it feels. Oh geez, I am having a hard time getting in this hole. There we go. It's okay if I lose one. Oh. I also haven't upgraded Vega. Did you take the longer path down? What's bullshit?
It resets you right in front of it. So you either have to do this again, back up in order to get
I've always been able to make it through the spinning wheel thing without a boost. Man, this jump. Why? There we go. It's that jump that you have to get on like top of the shelf. That hole. Like every time I have to keep on resetting because Vega does not like that jump. I do because I keep on hitting it too. Either I'm going too fast or not fast enough. It's kind of like where that boost is set kind of bothers me. Oh, I am not taking the long way. I'm fine missing all of that just to deal with a wacky turn. Man, you cannot do that unless you have speed. Wheel. Jump.
jump up to the high shelf. There is an event off to the right.
Well, that's what I kept on trying to do and was going to that event. That's always what oh god! That's always what I did was go towards the vent. So you're telling me that you got up here without using the vent?
Yeah.
The hell? I do like Vega because the drift is nice on it, but that's about it. I would like to see what it is like legendary when I get the gears. Let's do Patrick.
Okay.
I still have Squidward, SpongeBob. I think there's one more car. I think. So we're gonna do watch this. Something tells me where that spinning tire module is gonna be a pain in the ass. But what do I know? The little ball on top of... I always feel like that's his nose. The little ball on Patrick. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Because if that's his nose...
His eyes are above.
Oh yeah, the cockpit would be his mouth. But the eyes are on the tip of the car. If you let me catch up and like look at my car, you'll see what I mean. Because the little two dots at the front of the car is nice. I'll come back to you. There's two dots right there. On like the very tip of the car. Or his eyes. And it's just like, if that's his nose, then he's wearing his pants on his head. I guess. I don't know, it's just... it just doesn't feel right to me.
A lot of these cars don't feel
Huh? What's a box? Yeah, but... her spacesuit is a bit boxy. I mean, hey, at least Patrick and Crab look good. Squirrelwood also looks good.
Yeah. I feel like he's more along that
Skull Crusher?
What the fuck?
What do you mean? It's a magnet trap.
No, I was on that track. I hit a wall and just went zipping across the room. I just did that way across
All I want to say is just physics in this game are supposed to be wacky.
Yeah, but not that.
You're a toy car being used by a kid. It's gonna be pretty wacky.
Yeah, not that wacky.
Oh no. You don't know how hard the kid pushed you? I always had friends that would like, my car can fly, and I'm like, no it can't. But no, the turbo is so powerful on this car, it can make my car fly. I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know if I should be like, oh, hit GTA 5 and be like, okay, I mean, I see it, but okay. Patrick is a good feeling car.
It was alright.
I was actually disappointed with Squidward. And I was like, Patrick feels so fucking clean. When you get Squidward later and Squidward feels like shit. See those things in the front? Those are his eyes. And then his nostrils are right under it.
Yeah, you know, the way the cockpit is designed, it's his open mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get it.
Me either.
Squidward. I was disappointed with this car. I'm gonna do a point-to-point called Run Around with him. I was very disappointed with this car when I got it and made it legendary. No. Just every time I see Squidward, I had to think of the villagers. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Oh, yes. I don't know why Squidward feels proper now, but when I first played with it, it's his drift. I don't like his drift.
I can't do this.
To be honest, I don't even know how I was able to do it. I didn't even back up. I just got it by luck. Back up, do a boost, and try to hit both of those boost pads? I don't know.
Yeah, then I hit the track in front of it. My problem right now is I can't get enough upward momentum.
To be honest, I don't know how I did it straight off the boost. And then I felt like I overshot it.
I've been consistently overshooting it or undershooting it.
Because I used the boost in the air to make sure I made it, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I've been trying to use the boost in the air to get back in the right direction. I finally just
To be honest, that part of the track is placed very badly.
yes.
There's no way to fix that. There is a way, actually.
Yeah, lower the other.
Yeah, or just have it connect.
Yeah.
At least it's a point to point.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
I noticed a lot of the point to points have a lot of problems.
Use points and experiments or anything else.
Well, points to points are a lot easier to make still.
True.
You don't have to figure out how to connect them and stuff. I hope they give us a trophy for monster trucks. Squidward's a nice car, it's just its drift is terrible. So here's a question for you. So when are you gonna start uploading videos?
I don't know. I have not had motivation to work on any of that for
Makes
quite a
sense.
while.
Yeah, SpongeBob is the last one. SpongeBob, Patrick, 3, Vega, McLaren. Oh no, we skipped one.
We did?
Yeah, Michelangelo.
Oh.
I was like, I swear, because I was like, what came out? I was like, Accelerate Racer Chun-Li. I was like, what came out for Chun-Li? And I was like, oh yeah, Michelangelo. No, I'm not doing that. When you say it's 100% impossible, It has to be possible because you completed it. Because it wouldn't be up if it was impossible. That's why they have you verify the track. Unless he finds the track builder impossible.
Track builder is pretty frustrating to work with, I feel.
Yeah. It's kind of why I haven't built any more tracks.
Yeah. I got my trophy and called it good.
I mean, I'll play to upgrade cars, but that's about it. I'd like to get my other car. My last car. I haven't bought the DLC for the Switch yet. Good disconnect. If it does, we'll just do voting. Yeah. I'm just waiting on you.
Yeah, I'm loading in.
So let's vote. If it lets me see the tracks. Thank you. Yeah, it's a point to point. Gut. Okay. Did you pick gut?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if it's point to point or circuit.
It's a course. Or a circuit.
So if you pick this track and it doesn't load us both in, this is your fault.
Yeah, bite me.
You may be into that, but I'm not.
Well, that's on me.
What do you want from anything with off-road wheels? Sucks.
I know.
That's why I'm kind of worried about monster trucks.
I was see if they keep using the track or if they give us like off-road courses. I think that'd be
My concern is, are the monster trucks only going to be allowed to be used on the monster truck courses?
I doubt that, but yeah, that is.
Because then I feel like, you know, or is it going to be that thing where you're going to have different bodies, but the monster trucks, like if you pick the twin mill, it'll get monster truck wheels when you're driving the twin mill with monster truck wheels.
I'm pretty sure they're just.
It's just, I don't know. We don't know what to expect.
No, but they have like that. I don't think that.
Well, it wouldn't be like a customization thing. It was just on that track. It's just My thing is, I don't want to see, because SpongeBob has a monster truck. Twin has its own version. Roger Dodger has its own version. I just don't want to see, cars that we already have with the monster truck with.
Yeah. You've already got 3 or 4 Bone Shakers.
3, yeah. I mean, Bone Shaker has a monster truck, so I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. No, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind Track Stars to be an expansion with a vehicle with a trailer type thing. Just because it'd be something unique. But I think
So far, it feels like all of the seasons are going to be licensed.
yeah.
They're all right.
I mean, I'm fine with Looney Tunes.
Yeah, there's some okay with it, but they have. At the end of the day, I'd like there to be more just regular conference cars, not all these
See, I'm just glad that we didn't get like a SpongeBob expansion.
Yeah. The cars have always been the same, and then bikini
But see, I don't know, my like, cause I looked into it, and I mean, I understand there being a Batman expansion and supervillain pack because there's enough cars in the Batman series or DC universe to pull that off. What, all the cars that you saw? Well,
outside of the Batmobile.
never knew that you were that far ahead of me. Shit.
That was the end of my second lap.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. I hit the thing, got bounced backwards.
That's fine. It's fine. It's a bad car. And Raphael's gonna be the same way. I kind of upset that the Turtles ended up. I can't see Mikey being a 4x4. Raphael, I see it. But Mikey, not so much. And the notorious SpongeBob. I'm not surprised it was the legendary, but God, it's terrible. We did something like this, but it was a course. No, it was a circuit, not a course. Jesus. Yeah, I'll take blue. Whatever. What happened to you? No, there's no way.
Aha! Oh, that was quick.
Okay, it was long enough to still get a payout. I was like, I'm on blue. I was like, fuck it, I'll just take blue. And then when I came across the finish line, I was like, but I'm only 46% of the way done. There's no way this is going to count. 99. I was like, okay, whatever. So you have one more card to do.
Yep.
So I'm just going to jump on the car I like. That was fast, but SpongeBob, it's top heavy and just, eh. But, I'm sorry, McLaren is definitely going to be top tier. After Japan F1. Let's go. Apparently it's supposed to look like the F1 track in Japan, so why not? It's a good track. I feel like it's going to give you a good feel for the Diora, and McLaren's just going to overtake it. These turns are way too tight for this car. I mean, it does have surfboards. God, those turns are just terrible for the McLaren.
They were much better than they are.
Is that all that fell? And then I'll just see if the rotation gave me my car. If it did, we'll do one more race. If not, now 12 minutes. And I'll spend 1,000 on blind boxes. Nope. Nope. But it's gonna be a free upgrade for Vega. I don't even sell cars anymore. I just dismantle. It's easier. So this makes Vega a... So this gave him... So when he becomes legendary, he gets 5 speed, 6 braking power, 4 acceleration, max handling, and a slightly smaller boost bar. Right now he's at 4 handling, or 4 speed, 5 braking power, 3 acceleration, max handling, and a bigger boost bar. And then I'll check it tomorrow when I get off work.